What is haunting Capricorn? What is haunting Capricorn? What is haunting Capricorn? Who or what is haunting Capricorn? You're being haunted by this feeling of if you are doing enough to bring stability into your home. It's like you are haunted by that thought. Maybe you feel like you aren't doing enough in some type of way. You could be, haunted by this thought that you aren't, that your foundation just isn't solid. Something about your foundation and your stability. It's like you're being haunted by the thoughts of if you are taking care of home, taking care of your foundation. And maybe you are slacking somewhere, and that's why you're getting these and that's why you're having these haunting thoughts. Maybe you aren't putting your best in or giving it your 100% or making sure it's solid in some type of way. What is haunting Capricorn? I'm also getting what could be haunting you is this feeling of not feeling satisfied. Okay, like you could literally always like maybe you complain a lot, okay, and like this feeling of always needing to complain or not be grateful, or okay, and maybe you're really lacking somewhere you're not fulfilled, because it's like you're being haunted by always complaining or not being happy, never being satisfied, something just never being enough, people, places, nothing just being enough. Okay, it's like you're haunted by this because maybe you really are not fulfilled in some type of way, and this is why you have these haunting ongoing complaints 24/7, just never satisfied, just never appreciative or being thankful about certain things. What is haunting Capricorn? Oh Lord, your past is haunting you, Capricorn. Your past is what's haunting you. You could keep having flashbacks about something that happened in the past, okay? And your past and whatever happened in the past is what's haunting you. Maybe you have not came to a resolution, an acceptance of something of the past. Maybe you never got some type of closure. Okay, maybe you never got an answer, clarity. Okay, and this is why you're being haunted with the past, because it's something you didn't get clarity on, something that you never got closure on, and that could bother you to this day. And I'm getting like you're getting haunted in a way where you are constantly thinking about the past, or you're having thoughts about the past, or you're even still living in the past or trying to relive the past, because something, you could even be yearning for something from the past and wanted it in your today, or your again, or you could be having some of those traumatic past events come up, and it's just like, again, you feel like you got no closure. You're thinking about how it hurt you, how it really, how it really changed you, even whatever you're thinking about though regarding the past. For some of you guys, what's haunting you is like constantly being nervous and worried is what I'm getting. And I feel like it's because there is something that is something may be worth worrying about, and that's what I'm getting. Like you're being haunted by like worry and nervousness and anxiety, okay, and that's what's haunting you. But it's like there is something that you should worry. Some of you guys are like worried if you are, again, able to take care of your family, take care of some type of foundation, if you could even like take care of something that you own. You may wonder if you'll be able to maintain something. You're wondering if you'll be able to take care of your kids, provide for your kids, be a great parent for your kids. You're just wondering. All these are worrisome though, and nervousness and anxiety is what's haunting you. And it's because I want to say the things I kind of just mentioned, but it could be anything. but you have like a spirit of worry and anxiety and you know, nervousness on you, and that's what's kind of haunting you. I'm also getting like you could have had your foundation rocked, right? Things could have really went left. Your foundation could have got messed up. Things could have really fell apart. And I'm getting more so around home and foundation, right? But that's whatever foundation and home means to you. But it's like I'm also getting like what's haunting you is the thought that you will end up back in some type of situation where, again, things fell apart in your foundation or home. It's like this haunting thoughts are of like, will that ever happen to me again? Will I end up back in that situation like that again? And you could like live your day-to-day life, worry if you would end up back in some type of situation where your foundation was, there was a crack in your foundation, or your foundation was rocked, or where you even wasn't just, let's just say, wasn't in alignment with self and what you were supposed to be doing or something. It's like you are having these haunting thoughts regarding if you will be at alignment again, or have a crack in your foundation, or a foundation fall apart again. It's like you worry, you think about that, like, and I'm getting like you could be getting haunted in that way because you might just need to have these thoughts. Wow, that's kind of deep. It's like y'all might just need to have these haunting thoughts because it'll help you again kind of remember where the path that you don't want to go back down again. That's deep, something like that. Like, I hope y'all know where I'm going, but it's like you could be haunted like this, having these past thoughts of if you're going to end up in a bad situation that you were in before. But it's like you need that as a reminder. It's like that reminder is actually beneficial to you in some way, and this is why you have that haunting, those haunting thoughts in, a situation like that on your mind. And then like for others, I feel like you're being haunted in a way where maybe you tend to get out of alignment and, mess things up for yourself, or, have like times, let's just say times where you get out of alignment, where you're not in alignment, you're not kind of operating out of your best self. It's like, yeah, it just ties back down to that. I'm getting like it could be haunting you honestly as a way to benefit you, like so you can remember that just how terrible that time was, or that when that situation did play out, and it's like it's gonna force you to do what you gotta do so you don't end up in something like that. That's what I'm getting. Ooh, it could be a relationship. Okay, what's haunting you first of all is like a past lover, and I'm getting there's a past lover that haunts you. So you could think about this person alive, feel like deeply tied to this person, feel like you even have a soul tie. But I'm getting like this could be a past person if they're not like specifically the one haunting you. For some it is, but I'm also getting like hunting in a way where you're just seeing signs and you're seeing things regarding this person, and again you feel like you have some soul ties because y'all keep maybe ending up back together or something. You feel like something is deep with someone, and I'm getting like it's haunting you because you actually do have some type of strong connection with this past lover. Okay, with the Lovers card out here, this is somebody you could be married to in the spiritual realm. This could be a spiritual connection. This could be a guided connection where your ancestors guided you both to each other. This is a higher level of connection, even a God ordained connection for some. And this is why you are haunted by this person. Wow, real deep. So yeah, you are haunted by this past lover because you guys do have a past life connection. First of all, this is why you're being haunted by this person, because y'all do have a past connection, a past life connection at that, and y'all are meant to have a present future connection as well too, because this is your person, this is your divine counterpart for some. Okay, I hate to bring on the twin flame thing too, but yeah, this is giving twin flame. And let's just say for others who like to say it another way, let's just say divine. This is your divine counterpart, your divine partner, your divine spouse. Okay, and this is why you're haunted by this person. And it's just crazy how I'm looking at the Lovers, the different messages I'm getting. Like, this is a highly protected connection. Again, this is a connection that is meant to happen. It could have been written in the stars, and it's heavily protected and watched over as well too. And this is why you're being haunted by this connection though, or this person. And like, you could be seeing stuff just like regarding this person. You could always feel like, you could even have those moments where it feel like you smell your person, like they almost as if they're right there next to you, but they're not in the room, stuff like that. This is going to be a fruitful connection. Again, this is something that was like written in the stars, so that is why you're probably going to forever be haunted by this person, this past person, this person you have a deep connection with, due to you guys having a past life connection, due to you guys, again, being assigned to one another is what I want to say. Is that deep, okay? And then I want to say, like, in general, you're being haunted by feeling like you have some type of deep connection with someone in general, Capricorn, and it's because you have some type of higher level of commitment with someone. Someone is your divine counterpart, and that's why, you know, you feel so haunted, like, because again, you could even just be looking at it from a spiritual aspect. You just feel like you have some type of spiritual connection with this person. And again, some of you see signs, you see synchronicities, you know, you put things together, you put two and two together, and you just like, why is this person so heavily in my energy? Why do I feel like haunted by this person? And this is why, okay? Oh, okay. And some of you guys, you're being haunted by feeling like someone keeps on watching you, or someone keeps on, you just feel like you're being watched, or you feel like, you know, you're being watched over. You feel like, again, you could even feel like you're tied to someone, or you're tied to something. You feel like you have, you just feel something is very much on a soul level, on a spiritual level, right? And it's like you're being haunted like this in a way, again, where you're feeling like things are watching you, or you feel like, you know, something is deeper than what it is. You're being haunted like that because your ancestors are heavily, again, having you assigned to someone in particular. Okay, so it doesn't look like you could just date anybody, Capricorn. You can't just be with anybody. It's like you have someone specifically assigned to you, for you in this lifetime. And like, your ancestors are not playing about this coming together. And it could be even deeper than that. They're not playing about, you know, you two come together because maybe y'all are meant to break generational curses. Y'all are meant to do something important. Okay, so even if you just don't, sometimes you just can't even think romantic. You are meant to be with someone because it's like y'all have a mission here. You have a mission to accomplish, okay? And that's what we mean when we say destined. It's like y'all gonna forever be together because for one, it's like you're specifically assigned to this person due to you guys having a mission together. This is not just always lovey-dovey, you know, fantasy and honeymoon and all that. It's like y'all getting to work. Y'all got like a mission here, okay? And so that's what I'm saying. It's like you're haunted. You're being haunted by feeling like something is watching you, or like you are meant to like even do certain things that you know what you wouldn't even do. Okay, you just feel like you're being guided is what I'm trying to get. You feel like you're being guided or watched, but more so like by a supernatural being. And this is what I'm picking up on. This is the being is your ancestors. They're not playing about aligning you with the person you're supposed to be aligned with, so you guys can again fulfill some type of mission y'all have to do together. Damn, that's deep. All right, so let's keep going. What is haunting Capricorn? What is haunting? Ooh, that's deep too. Shit, like spirit, like on y'all ass today. Spirit, it's kind of like y'all being really taught today, Capricorn. Like spirit, like I need to tell y'all a few things. Okay, so what's haunting you, Capricorn, is this feeling of you not feeling good enough. And why? Here we go. This is the typical Capricorn thing. You know how we are. You know, we feel like we are, first of all, we are looked at as bosses, leaders, always got some money in the bank, always stable, whatever, right? And I'm getting like you're being haunted by this feeling like you're not good enough because you feel like you aren't where you want to be. But I'm getting like you are haunted by this feeling of not feeling good enough because you aren't putting in the work. Okay, so you basically, it's like life is trying to tell you you only feel good enough when you are working hard, doing 12-hour shifts, putting in that work, going above and beyond for your job. Okay, it's giving very much you're being haunted by the fact that you don't feel good enough because you aren't putting in like heavy work, doing the labor. Even some of you guys aren't working right now, but I don't know your case. You could have worked your whole life. You could have just be chilling right now. But that's the thing. It's like you are hard on yourself when you feel like you aren't doing enough. But again, that could be Capricorn's downfall. We always think we supposed to be the go-getter, even when we over here sacrificing our time, our money, our resources to go get it. Or even even us always having to be the person somebody look up to. We feel like we gotta have it all together and all that. But I'm getting more so like you're being haunted by this feeling because you need to know that you don't have to be going so hard, doing heavy labor work, doing masculine even or always even being in your masculine too is what I'm getting. Just anything where you feel like you gotta overdo it to feel good enough, or it's like you don't feel good enough unless you are, slaving, unless you are really putting in that work. And I want to say, and some people just not going to get it like this. So I want to say, like, you only feel good enough basically when you're overburdened, overworked, and things like that, or when you have things going on. And it's like life can even be trying to tell you like it's not really about your outside world, the physical aspect of things. It's about who you are. It's what makes you good enough. It's about knowing who you are, knowing that you have inner knowing and things like that. Not, I need to go work for somebody and go so hard for this job or this place. I need to always be in my masculine energy. I always need to be in fight or flight mode. I always need to be in survival mode to feel good enough. And meaning you want to be in those modes because that's what helps you get the physical, the material, your assets and things of, the material side of life. But you're supposed to be feeling good regardless, whether you are like, the hardest working person, or you are in your feminine and you doing, your feminine role where you're not putting in as much work. Or again, even if you aren't, carrying on the burden and everything, it just doesn't make you any less than. Okay, you don't always have to be the one going so hard for everything and everyone, or always trying to provide or going so hard to provide yourself stability and also help others. Like, no. And people gonna learn that you have to know that you the shit without having money in the bank. You gotta know that you that girl, that guy, without that car, without that house, without that purse. You have a lot of the material thing, but you out here depending on that to feel good. So that means you don't naturally have that ability to really know who you are, what you're about, what you're here to do, who you truly are. You base everything off of what you have. And I hope that's making sense. But this is what I'm picking up on. So you're like constantly being haunted by this feeling of not feeling good enough. And it could be in the midst of why you aren't actually working right now, or why you aren't actually having much going on or overburdening yourself, because Spirit is trying to show you like your worth is not based off of like how hard you can work or what you have and things like that. It's not based off that. And I could talk about this topic all day. Let me try to move on. But yes, you're haunted by that feeling right now. And I want to say again, it's in the midst of why you're maybe not your most active, or maybe not your most active that you can be, because it is trying to show you, you base your worth in another way. That's not how you base your worth, or you don't base your worth off that. Yes, we are supposed to work. We come here to work so we can reap the benefits, reap the rewards. We all got to put in the work somehow, but overburdening yourself just to look good, or heavily being in your masculine energy. You're not even moving from the feminine aspect that you are. Again, flight or fight mode, survival mode, just to again have assets and things. That is not how you base your worth off of. Okay, so it's like you're gonna always have that haunting feeling if you don't get out of this thinking I gotta go so hard just to feel worthy. There's some people who don't do shit. I mean, they don't do squat. And what I'm trying to get at is some people that don't do nothing and they still out here making a way, okay? Because again, it's like it's more so what's in you, not what's on you, not the outside, not what you're doing, not the physical, but it's what's in you. But I'm not to say that is the right way to do anything, but it's people that literally know their worth. They know they don't have to go extreme miles just to make some money, bring some money in, some money that don't even last at that. Quick money, little money. Then you have people, I want to say, who do work. Because, and that's what I couldn't wait to get to. You have your people who do work. They have decent jobs, or again, jobs that they're passionate about, jobs that they like, where they're still able to be in that feminine energy. They're not overworking themselves. They're not going so hard, okay, just to prove their worth or something. That's what I'm getting. Like it's people who, again, nowadays you can make money from home. That's what I'm saying. It's really no bad or good way. It's just don't do things, don't overburden yourself and work so hard and base your worth off that. Because again, when it comes down to it and you're not able to do that at all, it's like, what's your backup plan? That's why it's kind of like you gotta really like what you're doing. That's when everything come for you. You're not gonna get it thinking you gotta overwork yourself, overburden yourself. And again, what I'm getting at is you do it because you want the finer things or you want the material things. But again, it's like you're only doing it for that. Otherwise, it's like you don't know who you are. You wouldn't know who you are. Or what your worth is. You're just basing it off of what you have, what you can do, something like that. What is haunting Capricorn? What is haunting Capricorn? How you rather live in the soft life, you rather be you rather be in your divine feminine more, you rather it's like you're being haunted with not accepting what you really want. So you could like in your head a lot wishing like, I wish I could have this type of life, or I wish I could do it like this. I wish I can, just be the feminine and play the feminine role. But you're and it's like you're being haunted by that, those thoughts, because you think that you look more good, or you doing that motherfucker more when you overworking yourself, overburdening, putting in overtime, doing way too much. Again, doing roles or taking job positions that's really for men for real. But it's like you trying to portray something is what I'm getting. It's like what's haunting you is this persona you gotta put up where you act like that's the life you want, to be overworking and working so hard just to get money, to look good. But really you want to be the passenger princess. You want somebody who can at least meet you halfway. You want somebody who can maybe even take over the whole bill. Or you want a job position where you're more in your feminine, where you're able to like sit at a desk or use a computer, or even be like a host, a makeup advisor. It doesn't even have to be like a feminine job or a desk job, but it's just like you could want to do a job where you actually, for one, are passionate about it. You feel balanced. You feel like you are able to have your feminine and your masculine energy, but you just don't feel like you are overly going to the extreme to make something work, to make some money, to be a provider, or to be in control. But it's like you want to be in that more softer energy. It's like it's haunting you to keep this persona up, something like that. Some of you guys, what's haunting you is like feeling like you're not nurturing enough. You don't feel like you are feminine enough. That's also what I'm getting. Like you could be, you could like literally talk to yourself like that too. You could be like, why do I act like this, or why do I look like that? Or you could even wonder why you don't do certain things. I feel like you have these thoughts about this, and it's like that's what's haunting you, these thoughts of like, why I don't do this, or why I don't do things like that. And it's like you're having these thoughts because maybe low-key you want to be, again, something about you wanting to be more of a nurturer, more caring, more feminine. But it's like maybe you playing the cold one. You the one ain't got no feelings. So it's like you being haunted about thoughts of that's what I want to say. You must be being haunted of having second thoughts, like you second guess, like if you are really a woman, do you have woman capabilities? Are you a nurturer? Are you caring enough? Are you sensitive enough? This can even be like you simply wondering like about this for your kids. You wondering, are you sensitive enough? Were you sensitive enough? Were you nurturing enough, caring enough? Okay, but it's like what's haunting you is those thoughts, because you could maybe do need to be more feminine, or maybe these thoughts are haunting you because you want to be like that, or you want to maybe work on that. What is haunting Capricorn? What is haunting Capricorn? Some of y'all really want that soft life. You want to be in your soft girl era. You even want a softer natured person. Like you want your spouse or your lover, your boyfriend to be soft. What I want to say is like you're being haunted right now. Like you're being haunted in a way where you everyday life, like maybe scenarios are happening where you are forced to be in your feminine energy, and you could be wondering like, why the hell do I gotta do this or do that? But you're being haunted by it because that's about to be your reality. You're it's trying to tell you that is what you want, number one, and two, it's preparing you. It's trying to prepare you for what it's like to be in your divine feminine energy, what it's like to live more in a more softer, balanced life. And what's also haunting you guys is someone keeps trying to offer you something, give you some type of opportunity. I'm even getting like in communication. Somebody could keep talking to you or keep trying to text you. Somebody is trying to offer you something though, and I feel like you don't want it. And what's haunting you is either this person, like you have an obsessive person in your energy that could even constantly be throwing themselves at you, always trying to offer you things. And what's haunting you is you just don't want to be bothered with this person. And this could be as little as somebody you deal with in your everyday life. Somebody just wants to keep talking to you, checking up on you, even always in your face, always have something to say, always got their hand out, even asking for money. And what's haunting you is like the tiredness of it. You constantly feel drained after talking to this person, after dealing with this person. You're being haunted by being drained and feeling low, annoyed with certain people and places around you. And it's because you need to speak up. You need to tell these people, get off your bumper. Get off your, okay? It's like you're being haunted to basically speak up. You keep getting these feelings of irritation, and some of y'all I'm getting like, you get so mad, you get heated, you get like your motherfucking blood pressure either be going up, or like you get real hot even. But I'm just getting like, no matter who it is, there's some annoying people around you or someone in particular. And it's like this feeling of annoyedness, and because it's trying to tell you, like, say something to this person. Tell them off. Tell them to get out your face. Tell them, no, you're not interested. No, I don't want to be with you. No, I don't have nothing for you. Okay, something like that. And lastly, I'm getting like, what's haunting you, Capricorn, is this always feeling like not good enough or something. Yeah, that I'm picking it up heavy. What's haunting you is like this feeling of not being good enough. It's because you need to find out what makes you good enough. You could be basing what you're good off of things that don't matter. Okay. And I'm also getting like what's haunting you is this feeling like you are missing out on something, or you missing out on opportunities. And you know, you're always feeling like that, you know, you miss opportunities because maybe you won't put yourself out there. You're standoffish. You're always, you know, backed up in the corner to yourself, by your lonely. You don't want to be bothered. You always want to be by yourself. Okay. And I'm just getting like you have this hauntedness of feeling like you are missing out on life. And it's because you are. I feel like you have many opportunities that have been presented to you, and you won't take them due to your ways, or again, you miss out due to your ways. And what's haunting you is just that feeling of like always going to be wondering, always going to be feeling like you missing out, or always even sometimes even wishing you would have did something different, or wishing. That's what's haunting you. Oh, you always wishing and having to wish for things instead of actually making it happen for you. And it's because of your ways, or you just simply won't put yourself out there to not miss the opportunity, something like that, or grab it so you don't miss the opportunity, something like that. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for Capricorn. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I thought this would be fun for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.